most of which are still trending in the polity. And my guest, Barrister Kayo, the RDBC, is still being awaited. Meanwhile, we go on with the review. And let me take you through some of the headlines in the national dailies this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we have this one. Paris Club reformed. Governors stop deductions. Consultants head for French court. NNPC need marketers as petrol scarcity bites harder. Obi's plane grounded. Campaign train seeks alternative arrangements. New Naira, CBN EFCC to track large withdrawal. Ekiti Sams say Speaker's impeachment coup d'etat. Police kill Osho Prince. Hoodlums raise palace. Excess crude account details. These are on the front page of the Punch newspaper. We now go to the Nation newspaper, and from the front page of the Nation newspaper, we have these ones. Ogun Central monarch back Abiodun for second term. Bandits demand new Naira notes to free abducted victims. Tinubu inaugurates Eboyi Government House Road. Ronaldo, Neymar begin World Cup quest. Ex-AGF Idris returned $900,000 cash witness test court. Electricity crisis. Governors reject sale of 10 power plants. NGF insists on legal solution to 418 million naira, about $418 million Paris Club reform fee now. It's difficult to fake new Naira notes, says Buhari. We now go to the Nigerian Tribune. Ekiti Speaker's impeachment reckless. Afe Babalola Odlanipekun Falana. 4 other sons says Adeluba cannot function as Speaker. Naira design EFCC ICPC to track huge bank withdrawal. CBN governor. 2023. INEC to mobilize national institutions responsible for tracking, combating illicit flow of funds. Okowa Emmanuel Diri Obaseki meeting Yeregua reaffirmed support for Atiku. Adebanjo leads Obi-Dati campaign to Southwest, insists on justice, fairness, and equity. One killed, palace burnt as angry resident protest installation of new Ikiru monarch. Senate probe concessioning of 700 megawatt Zungeri power plant. These and others are on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. And I want us to start the analysis from the front page of the Nigerian Tribune as my guest arrives. Barrister Kayo, the RDBC, you're welcome.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Yes, Ekiti Assembly Speaker's impeachment, reckless. Afe Olanipekun Falana. 4 other sons say Adeluba cannot function as Speaker. What is your take on this?
Well, it is a kind of situation that is too many.
It's on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, please.
Yes, because there are a lot of loopholes in the constitutional provisions. So in that wise, the lawmakers, the politicians, they always make use of that loopholes to make sure that they achieve their own end, personal end, even though not minding what will be the public reaction. So impeachment of a speaker is not protected. The speaker is not protected against the abuse of power by his colleagues. So the only way out is for the constitutional amendments to ensure that there is strict compliance with the provisions of the Constitution.
Yes, we go for a story from Osun State here. One killed, palace bombed as angry residents protest installation of new Ikiru monarch. What is your take on that?
Well, when I heard the story yesterday, I knew it would happen because there was tension in the town before, and the power that be ought to have exercised restraints, or they should have been circumspect in that particular scenario. You don't expect the disobedient youth to keep silent in the face of what they perceive as insult to them.
An injustice.
What was done from what was done in some towns before in a situation like this was in the dead of the night. You can gain access to that a public institution like that. Not in the daytime. They were not circumspect enough, and it's very unfortunate that life was lost and many other injured.
We now go to the front page of Blueprint newspaper. And from the front page of that newspaper, we have this. INEC goes talk on violation of campaign finances, insists on beavers. Your take?
There is nothing like going tough. There are many infractions, even by the time they began the campaign proper. How many people have they sanctioned? They are just making mouths. There is no precedent of where any big politician was convicted or even arraigned or arrested. So not of all of being tried. So it's only the downtrodden, these never do ways that they are being used. That they are even when they arrest those people, you not hear anything about it again. So there is political impunity on the ground, and that is because INEC is a selfless.
Yes, Buhari unveiled redesigned Naira terrorist one new notes as ransom. How will you react to this, Barrister Adebisi?
Well, I don't know whether the new notes will change the business of the terrorists. I don't know how it will affect them. They have different strategies. More so when they have collaborators within the system that will easily assist them to get their ransom. So the best thing is to ensure that they improve on the techniques of fighting these people, these terrorists. That's the best way. But if you say changing notes is one of those strategies, I doubt whether it will achieve anything in that respect.
Yes, $1 billion looted funds recovered since 2015, FG. The federal government is just telling us now that they have recovered $1 billion dollars looted funds since 2015.
What of the one of the former NIA that ran away with the wife? The one they accosted in Lagos State. We don't know anything about that case up to now. It's not about recovery, but effect of that recovery on the masses. That's the bone of contention. You can recover as many as possible, even the Abacha loot. We are coming to what are being related by the stakeholders who are supposed to keep the treasury for the benefit of the people. So that one is not that sharing news unless it has effects on the life of the people.
Removing again now, ASU tells FG.
ASU is the only gang standing. By the time they are even saying that they are going to withhold the result of students, how can they do that? You are fighting government, you want to transfer aggression to third party, the innocent third party. So that's why one of the things we are saying, the excesses of ASU. And if that is not taken, the CONUA is in waiting. They will take over from them. If they don't.
One day the CONUA people too will protest if there are infractions.
Well, they will protest, but there are strategies of protesting. Not this kind of a fundamentalist approach of ASU. They don't want to sit down in most cases. So you don't fight all the times. You run away sometimes to fight another day.
2023 budget. That is coming from the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. Daily Trust newspaper, 2023 budget, Finance Ministry on the spot, over 424 billion naira padding. Lawmakers declared insertions. Ministry deny allegation. It's a play to divert taxpayers' funds. Rasfojani is being investigated, Malami. It's being investigated, Malami.
The other one last time, it's not the first time we heard about budget padding. It's not a new lexicon. But what did they do with the other one in those periods, in recent times? We didn't hear anything about it again. At the end of the day, people will go into alliance with the government budget padder and the complainants. The both of them will now agree. They collaborate. Okay, sit down for us. We have our own budget. Let it also be inserted. That's how they will settle. Nigerians will not worry about it again.
As Buhari unveils new naira notes, 165 billion naira mopped up. That is coming from the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper. Mopping up money.
Yes, the effect is to improve the life of Nigerians. Whatever amount you mop up, whatever amount, so many millions of money are yet to be mopped. Strategically, they have been hidden somewhere, maybe by fraudulent investment or two fronts. The one you mop up, let it see the effect on Nigerians. Not embarking on a jamboree of looking for oil prospecting in the area where the oil at the end of the day may not be for commercial benefit. Look at the amounts invested in the exploration alone. So we should manage our resources. That's why the IMF warned us about getting more loans. That capacity of Nigerian economy cannot take it.
CBN rallies support for cashless economy, unveils new notes. Cashless economy in a country where cash transaction has been part of us from time immemorial. New coming in with cashless economy now, do you think will not affect even our psyche?
The one we just, for example, in the manualless, so to say, the manualless electoral system now being replaced by BIFAS. We are having problem. There may not be networks, but the law does not emphasize when there is no network. Once the data is not sent to the central data, they will say overputting. So if you cannot manage, in that respect, the electronic system, how do you manage electronic cashless economy with the level of illiteracy in the country? Even with the use of ATM, you see have maybe about 70% of Nigerians that are not using ATM because of their own fears, phobia, manipulation. Sometimes the banker will say you are the one that exposed the data to another property. Whereas we have insider within the bank that are collaborators. So cashless economy can only work maybe to a certain level in the international trade between countries, between companies and other countries. But among the oligopoly, the masses, it will pose dangers.
Yes, let's take this one. 2023, UK is watching Nigeria closely. British High Commissioner tells politicians. Do you see the level to which we have debased our politics?
Yeah, we even go there to hold meeting. The G5 go there and hold meeting on how to strategize. So they have subjugated themselves to the wings and cravings of the UK former colonialists. So they are kind of children that refuse to win by their mother. They still want to be attached to the mother icon strings. So that wise, I don't think Nigerian politicians will learn any lesson, whether they are being watched or they are on watch list. They will still do their trade the way they know best. It's a matter of winning. It's not about a manner of winning. The end will justify the means, not the means. According to them, we divide the end.
Yeah, let's take this one from the Leadership newspaper. Israel attacked military bases in Borno, killed 8 soldiers. When Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information, said we are winning the terrorist war against terrorists technically. Is this part of the technical winning?
Even you see they have been degraded, they have been rendered comatose. You use a lot of
Adjectives.
lexicons, but the fact still remains that no nation wins terrorism at a one first swoop. It's a continuous struggle. Americans have been fighting in the Middle East. They are still fighting in the Middle East terrorists now. The Israel and Pakistan, they have been locking arms for several years, centuries, even before some of our grandparents were born. So it's a continuous thing. It is in their mind. It's a kind of ideology. You can't say you have killed them. They continue to chase strategies as you also continue to chase strategies. That's why government in their Swan country they invest heavily in fighting security. They are with new technology. But in our own case, it appears as if some people are just making their own feed day on their own, and any time they are assigning more money to buy weapons or to do this. That's the reason why we still have a lot who are yet not to be identified as either or terrorists. They to be fighting, but they are part and parcel of these terrorists.
Let's go through the New Telegraph. New Telegraph this morning. It says Naira appreciate to 780 the dollar at parallel market over new notes. Appreciate.
The parallel market, that's what they call black market. But the issue is whether it's appreciate or depreciate, it must reflect in our local economy, particularly the small scale. These small traders, they must see the effect of it by see the goods and prices of what we are buying. It should go down. By the time you have prices of goods and services going down, then they will know that yes, that's what they understand best as economy is improving.
Yes, Malami FG recovered 1 billion naira looted funds since 2015. We have discussed that one. 2023, INEC agonizes over insecurity campaign financing. Yes, as we have discussed, but I want it from another angle now, especially from the angle of insecurity affecting the election in 2023.
We have said it here before that in some areas it may not be that easy to conduct election freely and fairly. So maybe election has to be rescheduled in some areas. That's why the INEC has been emphasizing that there may be need for a rerun. So maybe the clear winner has not emerged due to maybe insecurity to conduct elections. I think there was another problem is still that the politicians themselves, the so-called peace accord, they are not abiding by the accord. They are doing any other thing entirely to frustrate that the so-called peace accord, because everybody wants to win. If you don't have any aura to win as a councillor, you want to become a president. So that's the problem we have. You have so many will be on the ballot that will not contribute to anything to the electoral or political system. In the name of multi-party system, they are just on the ballot paper.
Yes, from the front page of the New Telegraph, which also have this one, I approve Naira redesign to check counterfeiting holding. Wali.
Let us wait and see. It's a matter of time. Whether that one will have effect on the economy. When we have effect on the economy, then we should be seeing the positive indices. Employment rate is high. The price of goods and services are going down gradually. Those are the indices that we know that not just changing money that will improve the economy, but production, massive exportation.
Yes, from this day newspaper, that's where we are now. This day newspaper, we have this INEC vows to end vote buying violation of campaign finances. Though they have not come up to tell us the strategies to be adopted in fighting vote buying. Vote buying is not new. It has been there for long, and it is becoming endemic in our body politic here in this country. All we really have to INEC vowing to end vote buying.
The first question to ask is that how did this happen that underage were registered by the INEC staff? So if your house is not in order, how can you put the public house in order? It's a contradiction. No matter how you file, you have a population of over 200 million. You have more than 300,000 polling units. The election will be conducted throughout the federation. Do you have enough personnel? Do you have enough people that have integrity, in terms of integrity, in terms of population? They don't have. Like, no resources. So, and this other security agencies, they have role to play. If INEC is ready, what of if the police or the SS they are not ready? Because they are the one that will be monitoring the election. If they are in compliance with the politician, to share their own cake. So those are the challenges. It's not easy to implement. It can only be easy to make him out that the power. It's a complex issue.
From the front page of Business Day newspaper, we have this one. Pensions. Lagos, Anambra, Kaduna, others ease pressure on budgets. Maybe they have, devised another mean of paying their own part of the contributed pension, or one would not be able to talk about the details of this.
Well, what I know about budget is that no matter what you budget, no matter the name you call it, it is the economy performance that will determine the level of implementation of budget. So if there is no industrialization, for example, in the state, it's only allocation, a little bit of an idea. That budget may not see the light of the day, unless the stakeholders governing us have ingenuity. They can think out of the box. So most of them will still rely on direct allocation from the federal government, from the federal force, to pay their own at first point of call.
Yes, before we go on the program, let us take this one from Business Day newspaper. Fuel queues, dollars shortage. Fuel queues, dollars shortage claims petrol imports, subsidy payments.
Unless we are able to develop our own refinery CS, story like this will come up on daily basis at every point in time. So we are still importing what we are producing in the country. It's a contradiction. The crude oil are now being stolen. Some of them are now being arrested. How manage? Where are they taking the crude oil to? Those are the issues that will lead to the issue of petrol price being high.
Yes, I want to thank you especially, Barrister Kayode Abidebisi, for calling, for your presence on the program this morning. We do hope to have you next week when the program is coming up. On behalf of the executive producer of the program, Akinola Wolabi, and the producer, Oluwatoyin Yusuf, Babatunde Bolatito is my name, saying have a very good day at work. Good morning.